Good morning. Beating Cal, you're one of us now. You don't know anything about pens, but you're going to learn. We're going to make you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. How are we doing this morning? Sorry, I'm banging on the mic. We had some catching up to do on busy work today, chat. Good morning, Shy Panda. Morning, Evan. Brooks, how you feeling, bud? You getting better? Also, can I put your Instagram about Aiden's birthday? Can I talk about that on the podcast tomorrow? Let me know. I was going to text you this afternoon. Tony, Twitch Prime, 19 months. I swear that just came up like yesterday. All right, so I'm going to put that on the podcast tomorrow. Already saved, but I wanted to ask. Beating Cal, I feel a little guilty this morning. I didn't bring many pens to talk about today. I gotta get some busy work done. I gotta get letters addressed. Hey, Brobo Jim. Hope you're doing well, sir. Congratulations on living in one of the sane parts of the country. Bork and Bork, happy Tuesday. Basketball is back, yeah. I've been watching baseball, but baseball is heading towards a failed state. If they don't get things corrected in about a week. Like, if they have another outbreak in a week, we'll see what happens. Basketball and hockey look like they've done a good job. Golf has done a good job. So, baseball's been tough. Plus, the Braves got a catastrophic injury last night. Yeah, the real bubbles work. I just don't know that was ever an option for baseball, so I guess they're trying to force it. So I'm catching up on a golf's easier one. Yeah, as long as they manage their travel okay. It's the travel that'll get you. Miss G's crafty. Oh, soccer did do a nice job. Yeah, they've done a pretty good job. You know, one-offs here and there. Podcast planner, thank you. Got to keep it on brand here. Rally Motorsport doesn't look like it's going to happen in the UK. F1 got off okay. I guess NASCAR's gotten off okay here in the US. Baseball probably should have been more like a tournament. Yeah, then I don't think they would have been happy with calling it a season at that point. Right, exactly like what Robo Jim's saying, right? Since no one started with baseball, there was no basis to just have a tournament other than make it into for TV production, right? It wouldn't be legitimate in the historical way, I guess, right? Like of a season. But anyway, I don't know if any of y'all. Hey, good morning, Rewizzles. I saw your pictures of your yard lead. Looks amazing. Hope you're liking it. So yeah, being a hardcore baseball fan and being a Braves fan, it was a tough game last night. Our best pitcher, who just turned 23 today, blew out his Achilles on the mound, and you could see it. Like, you could see the ripple up his calf when it snapped. It was gross. It made my stomach hurt because I felt so bad for him. Yes, on the yard of lead. It was bad. It was bad. It was nasty. Good morning, Patrick. Yeah. So yeah. Spent last night watching the TV like this. Yeah, he's just a kid, right? He's a kid while simultaneously their best pitcher. So it's pretty impressive young man, you gotta say. So Anyway, enough sports ball. I'm busy sending coronavirus out into the world. I cannot think of these stamps any other way, but then I'm sending out the virus around the world. Like, it drives me crazy. I kind of laugh, but it's not funny. But like, these are my international stamps for memberships, and it feels just like I'm sending coronavirus bombs around the world. Like, I think the USPS needs to redo this one. So I'm out of my last ones. What were my last ones? Succulents. This one's chrysanthemums, I think. I feel like I'm sending out germs as I do this. Ugh. Good times. So I have 2 more memberships I'm going to do. Marco, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. I'm about to dig into the document that I wrecked last week and had to redo for the notebooks, because I got to get some of those out because I'm tired of looking at them. I got too many to send, but I got a couple memberships to do. So open chat today, whatever y'all want to talk about. I don't really have any plans other than I'm going to try to get some of these envelopes addressed. So if y'all want to hit any topics, nothing super hot to talk about in the pen world today. I'm looking at Masubi's auction or raffle lottery. That's the word I'm looking for the Ley Reyes' artwork. I'm looking at, I ordered some Kaweco limited editions from Kaweco yesterday. We'll be talking about that on the podcast. Cool postmark from a canceled stamp show in Slippery Rock, a night lancing a coronavirus. That would be dope. I'm sending out the Kickstarter survey for the celebration this afternoon. I am working on the Knock wax canvas pre-sale. I'm working on the Spoke Roadie launch for, what's today? The 4th, maybe Friday, if we're lucky. If not, like Monday. I did get the Brooks Leonardo. I got the Stromboli, and I dig it. I didn't bring it with me today, though. Yeah, I like it. So I got the green one. It's pretty cool. It's right up my alley. What else am I working on? I'm working on a new pen project to be announced. I'm about into the picking materials phase of that pen project. I have the 849, Caran Dash 849 project might be arriving to me this week. That was word on the street or in my email box yesterday, so that might be a next week thing. So we have a lot of things to talk about. I got a lot going on, and we can talk about even more stuff than that. So that's why, with all that stuff going on, I didn't really have much to talk about today. Yes, Rewizzles. And I just at Brooks is in the chat, and I've asked him if I could share that on the podcast tomorrow. So I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna get some letters out there, and I'll send one myself. I have a sticker I want to send her. Yeah, let's fight in the chat. Dead to me. That's all right. I'm working on a new pen, and I'm not using Brooks material. Boom. Actually, I don't know what I'm using. I just know it's not Brooks material because I never asked him. Although I could ask Brooks to make material, but not anytime soon. I'm not putting that on my man. Feeling the meds today? Hey, feel them while you got them. All right. I got to send out some more coronavirus stamps here. So, I've got August is going to be a massively huge month. Busy wise for me. Yeah, got to get in line. I know. That's why I don't even ask. You're too famous now. Man, I knew you back when, Jonathan. I knew you back when. Back in the day. You're just big timing us now. Big time. Big time. Did you hear I'm making an O2 and Brooks material? That'd be pretty dope. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's put Brooks on the spot. Although he probably already has takers for this. So here's my idea. I'll take all of the extra rods that are one-off rods that are just sitting there that were parts of other things. And you just sell them to me, and then I get people to make pins out of them. There you go. There's a project. Project solved. So you know you have stuff you can't use laying around. Rod of this, rod of that. Send me batches. I'll buy them all. Just assume Brad will buy them. Send me a package, send me an invoice, and then I'll figure out how to get some pen made. Sold those a few months ago. Yeah, like I said, it's not like you're lacking for suitors. But you could have a standing order to the Pen Addict of all the one-off stuff. Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. All right, last member chip, then I got to get some notebooks. Yeah, like I'm not even that's not even a joke. I just have to figure out how to get them made into something, but I could do that. Take some. Do you guys buy and resell? Is that how you can afford doing this? Not really. Like, so Brooks is a maker. Okay, so Jonathan Brooks makes the materials. Like, this isn't one. This is just a plain black acrylic pen. So Jonathan makes these plastics, and Jonathan then sells them to pen makers who turn them on machines into pens. So there's a whole ecosystem of makers and customers. So these customers, like Jonathan, people follow Jonathan's work. Someone linked Jonathan's work on Instagram to Beating Cow. His Instagram, link to Carolina Penco Instagram, so Beating Cow can check it out. And then, so what Jonathan does is he'll make materials, and then he sends them off to pen makers. Then the pen makers turn them into a pen based on their designs, and then us as consumers will buy those pens. So, like, honestly, a lot of us don't buy directly from Jonathan, but Jonathan's a part of this overall community that's this one big pen-loving ecosystem. Yeah, and if you're just talking about... Jonathan does make his own. I forget that. I just forget that because he sells so many, like, on and off. Are there any good secondhand markets? Pen Addict Slack. Yeah, they're not an investment item. I bought this pen for $200. It wasn't great for me. I'll sell it for like $150. Like, it's one of those things. Reddit's not bad. Reddit, pen swap. Yeah. What you should do, Beating Cow, if you're interested in fountain pens or any pens, go to my top 5 list, and there's some very low cost options. You can research there, see what you like. Like if you like a Lamy Safari or Twisby Eco. That way you can spend like $25, not $100, and just see if you even like the thing. That's the way to do it. Or you don't even have to spend that much. If you like a gel ink pen, you know, look at something like a Zebra Sarasa Clip or a Uniball Signo DX for like $3. That'll be better than like the cheap ballpoint pen that you found. Brooks Master Plan. I like it. Hey, good morning, Mike. Yeah, I'll never play the limited edition game from a resale perspective. I only buy stuff I intend on using. Like, I have very few unused pens that I'm holding. It's usually only my stuff that I've made. Like all the Pen Addict Retro 51s, I have a couple of those unopened. I think everything else I own, I bought to like use and stuff, not to resell and see if it goes up and does things like that. So not my jam. And no problem for anyone who does that. Like, I get it. All right, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 line UK address. We're going in. I have to start this like at the top of the envelope. So yeah, this is good stuff to talk about today because we're just Hell's RH, random question, as it's annoying me. Is there a reason why it's so hard to get new Kikuyo products in the UK? Is there a limit on the outlets you can buy them from in the US? They're a little bit easier to buy in the US because not only do we have a place like Jet Pens and Van Ness Pens, we have a pretty good distributor in the US for Kikuyo products, and they are also available in big cities, Asian bookstores like Kinokuniya. You can get Kikuyo products. It just might be a distribution failure in the UK. So I'm wondering, if they just don't have the distribution access in the UK and European market that somehow we have in the US. We have I don't even know who the distributor is, but I think they do Kikuyo and Midori, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the same distributor. And they do a good job. Like, we're never lacking for Kikuyo products in the US, ever. I can get pretty much any Kikuyo I ever want. So I can't say why in the UK that's a problem, but since we have a distributor in the US, it's got to be a distributor issue, would be my guess. I know that doesn't really give you an answer, but that's my guess on what's happening. Hey, good morning, Atten. I don't know what I just read. Alan. Good morning. You think you need to move? Well, you and probably all of us. That's a whole nother topic. Where are we gonna move to? Are we all gonna move to Japan just for stationery? What's the best place to move for stationery? I mean, for me, it's Japan, but I'm a Japanese pen fan. Kikuyo's paper is top tier. It's not their pens or anything like that, Corinne. It's only paper products, and they make good paper products all the way down to copy paper. They'll make like a 500 ream of pages. That's like the same stuff they use in their notebooks that is fountain pen friendly. It's just good stuff. Brad, have you heard the rumor that Pentalic is shutting down and going to miss their watercolor journals? No, because like that's your realm. I'm not even familiar with that brand, to be honest. So are they like a solo owned brand, or like their own brand and beloved by watercolor artists like yourself? I'd move to France. I can't speak Japanese. I'd move to France. I could learn French. Good morning, Loveless. Yeah, I don't know Japanese. I grew up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where you have to take French from preschool. So I at least have a basis of French. I don't know that I'd want to move to Paris, though. I'd need a smaller... Yeah, I'd move to Germany, like Heidelberg, home of Lamy. Hint. But that's a small town. Wherever I move, I like city life. Like, I like being in that vibe, but in a small town kind of way. Does that make sense? Buy office supply. Let's see. Let me look at these links. Okay, so they have some... Yeah, that looks like all Amazon links for that Buy Office Supplies UK. Looks like they're just redirecting to Amazon. Pentalic. Okay, I've definitely seen this brand. No, I haven't heard anything about this. That might be an Anna and Tina question. Whoops. Je suis le Pen Addict. Recommend Berlin. Berlin, I would be in on Berlin. Berlin, I mean, as someone who knows nothing, to me, it seems like they have a really good art and music scene. Like, I would be totally down with that. City versus metropolis. Yeah. I think that's a good way. Good way to put it. I know. Munich and moving with urban. All right. Tell Brian I said hi. And to make more pens. All right, I got to finish this 7 line. I still might run out of room. Surprisingly down tempo in Berlin. See you, Brooks. All right, yeah, I'll text you later. Wow. Okay, we went top to bottom on this envelope pretty well. I'm sure I could have put a couple of this on the same lines, but I like to write them the way people write them. I don't think I could live in a city. I'm a farm girl. I need my space and lots of trees. Yeah, that's my dilemma, Loveless. Like, I love where we live, right? But one of the things I also love is, like, really good food, you know, from all over the world. And I can't get that where I live. And really good art and really good music. And I can't get all that where I live. So do I trade the trees and calm for more variety and creativity? Probably not. I mean, I'd like to. Dream world. All right. Those are done. Yeah. And I'm not far from everything. Monkey bananas. Oh, hi. All right. Let's see what I need here. All right. I'm going to do some of these. Let's go and see. I know y'all are excited about this. Let's see if my new notebook list worked. I really hate this Google Drive app sometimes. I don't want to view it in Chrome. Okay, it looks like it's working. Create a new spreadsheet. Yep. I am addicted to pens. 3 weeks of disco. Let's see if you can make a better joke than that before we ban you. You gotta do better than that. Like, we're here for it. So let's see what you got. Okay, just making sure the way you spelled it looked like there was a Pen Island joke coming. Yes, we talk about pens. Yeah, then my apologies. 3 weeks to disco. I'm just used to. We've been heavily. We've had some interesting content joining us recently. We talk about pens, like, legitimately. My job is to talk about pens. I talk about pens on the internet. So yeah, I write a blog, have a podcast, do all kinds of things. It's legitimately, and I forgot that I put the title. I had Talking Heads in my head this morning. Dude, Jim, you missed we had some serious trolls last week. But yeah, I had the once in a lifetime Talking Heads in my head. It seems like, you know, every morning I like read the news and I'm like, how did we get here? Like, that's what I've been thinking about all morning. So yeah, there you go. All right. My notebook spreadsheet work. Your blood is ink. That gives me a thought for our next ink problem. Or a next ink product, which I haven't talked to Robert Oster in a while. I gotta make a blue black ink before I make a blood red ink. Food scene in Minneapolis is off the charts. Is that what you did? I miss a Minneapolis call out? There you go. Minneapolis is beautiful in the summer. Unfortunately, that's about 3 days long. Yeah, so my wife will not move to the cold. I probably wouldn't either. I could take 4 solid seasons. Like, we have 2 seasons here, right? We pretty much have summer and spring is all we have where I live right now. He's been too busy, Thor. That's what made me think about it. He's been too busy to work on it. It's probably too expensive. You should work with Mitsubishi to make a BB Jetstream. They have the ink formula already, right? Yeah, we at least get some spring, Miss G's. Hey, good morning, Tessa. Close to Manhattan. Hobby, you're not too late. In terms of minimum order quantity, yeah. You think if they're going to commit to that ink format, that refill format at that price point, I would hope we'd see some of the color formulations that they already have for the Jetstream. Like, they have that whole black series of inks. Yes, Thunder Viking. I have that at home to review. I think I'm going to review that for next week. All right. Let's send out a couple notebooks while we're talking. I have to reboot my stamps here. Speaking of stamps, where's K9 Play at? Give me that for US. Where's my international notebook stamps? Here they are. We have quite the stamp selection going right now. They're all messed up. If all you want is diverse food, Goldbelly is awesome. I just like I don't know. I like experimentation and different cultures and different things like that. Gonna start live streaming some bike rides around the city. That should be cool. If I was to live in New York but in a suburban setting, I'd move up the Hudson. Yeah, I don't know much about New York, like state-wise, like outside of the city. But I'm not moving anywhere anytime soon. At least until the kids are gone. Like, we live in a very good school district where we live, and even though there's some definite downsides about our area, our kids are in a real good school system that we like. So I'm not going anywhere. Just dream talking. All right back to the UK. 2 UK addresses in a row. Maybe I should move to the UK. Maybe I should move to Mega Office and just sleep under Mike's desk. Downside is you still don't have good internet. I know. It's coming. I've never been more hopeful about my internet situation than I am right now. It's definitely humming. We just don't know when. But it's in the near term, no longer the long term. What's funny is we're going to go from almost unusable internet to fiber competition in about the span of in the next year or two. Because AT&T is rolling out fiber in our area, but they're getting beat by this other company, this local company, regional company. So when AT&T comes, I'm actually going to have competition which is funny. Told it would be in your area years ago and you're still waiting. Yeah, that's why I didn't have my hopes up about AT&T, because they told me it was coming by the end of this year. And when I saw them digging, I figured it was AT&T starting to dig, right? Because they use just independent contractors. Like, I don't know who these people are digging for. And then once we found out that it wasn't AT&T, I was like, ooh, that's going to be good. Well, maybe we'll have a choice. That would be amazing. Shamazing. Oh, not yellow. So I decided, or I realized, that I think my problem with my spreadsheet was that the notebook spreadsheet was well over 2 years old, and I'd delete the lines as I'd fill out the address. I'd delete the lines from the page, and I think at some point it just stopped being able to read new line input when people were adding lines. Like, I wasn't catching any new data. So I just had to start a spreadsheet from scratch. And I'm not going to delete the lines this time. I'm just going to highlight them when I'm done. So who knows? Who knows? We were told the other day by our provider that we don't have enough internet to cover 2 people using it at once. That's pretty much what situation I'm in right now. ISPs all over create local monopolies. Yeah, especially in small towns. But I'm surprised that we're actually going to have a choice. I live in this weird area that's rural, but 5 miles from like entirety of civilization. So it's kind of getting to be a little bit more popular now. Like when we lived there weren't houses across the street from us. Right now there's 2. So 3 meg internet connection won't work well with the remote desktop. Yeah. I've been 12 for 5-6 years now. And before that, I was just on LTE hotspot. I don't want to give any, I'm not going to give away any OPSEC, but I just want you to know. I wrote Catherine's name very nice there. I'm a very big fan of how this isn't a brush pen, this is kind of like a worn down sign pen. So it's good. Thoughts on Soroka injury? I was sick to my stomach for about a half an hour when I saw it happen last night, because you could see his Achilles pop when it happened. And it was gross and devastating in a sports sense, right? As devastating as being a fan of sports ball can be. Is such a good young guy. You hate to see it. It was awful. So that's my thoughts. It made me like my stomach was in knots for like a half an hour. Broadwater, thanks for the follow. So yeah, that's my thoughts. It was super, super tough injury for one of the best young players in the league. Oh, yeah, don't go watch the video. Like, he's wearing his long socks, in a baseball uniform, and you can see it go up the back of his sock. The snap. Ugh. Sorry. Yeah. So if you want to see something weird, go watch it, but I would advise no. Like the broadcast when I was watching, the broadcasters can't be sure right offhand. So they replayed it like 5 times, and then they were like, oh, crap. Yeah, people were saying it's exactly like what Durant's leg looked like when it happened. They were comparing the two. So then finally the broadcaster stopped showing it once they realized what actually happened. Because it was like accidentally graphic. If you knew what you were looking for. So he's done for well into next year, which sucks. Why won't my orange stay orange? Okay. Yeah, sorry. We'll make it stop now. You brought it up. Okay, let's talk about your name, Slow Lami. What does that mean? Accidentally graphic. What does Slow Lami mean? That's a cool name. Hit pay dirt. The site is new today. Let's see. Oh, you're still on the Kikuyo bandwagon. JVK, you're on it. Well, there you go. This, honestly, this looks more legitimate than the last site you linked, right? Slow Lami, I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, hells, that site looks better than the first one. What's the other one? There's a very... I interviewed a guy for a friend of the show. I haven't released it yet. There's a UK site that's with a very basic name like Best Pens or whatever, but it's like a legit good site. I'll have to see if I can find the name. I'm just wondering if they have. Fans chase the slow llama. I love that. That's awesome. Good morning. A little late today because I got busy. Are you about to start school? Even supposing, what's the dealio? If you don't mind me asking, you certainly don't have to answer. We have another board meeting tonight. We're still on track for in school the 17th, so 2 more weeks. But we'll see. I mean, a bunch of Atlanta schools made the news yesterday. Some of the north of Atlanta schools went back yesterday and were posting senior pictures where a bunch of people in the senior classes were all getting together maskless, and it just looks like it's going to be a cluster. It was pretty much as you would expect it would look like if you're into a bad situation. Yeah, I'm in Georgia. Wasn't there just a big outbreak? So the outbreak of the camp was actually in June, but they just finished their investigation, so that's why it hit the news now, where 250 out of 500 kids at a camp got infected. We got news of the outbreak in June, but they just finished their investigation on how everything passed and transmitted, so that's why you're seeing that one. Now, the Gwinnett County thing is new, and that's 250 teachers and staff, not even students. That is before you even get to the students for the Gwinnett County issue. I mean, what are the odds this goes well? 1%? I don't want to be... You hate just being negative all the time, but what are the odds that this goes well? I mean, I think we're going to be primarily remote learning through the end of the year is my bet. Right now, they're still supposed to be physically... Oh, even supposing you answered to me. Starting the 24th. Sorry. Well, I was just wondering, if you were already working. Sorry, I take it back. I take it all back. Yeah, so we're trying to force the in-person thing. What's your favorite pen? That's a loaded question. So it depends, right? I use gel pens, I use ballpoint pens, I use fountain pens. And you can't have a best pen that encompasses all those things. So if I'm using a gel pen, I like the Uniball Signo. You know, if I'm using a fountain pen, I don't even know if I can answer that question. The answer is yes. I like all the fountain pens, like Patrick says. So, like, it's like right now I'm using what's called a sign pen, and it's got a brush tip. I love this pen too, right? So the G2, the Pilot G2 is the gateway drug pen. Absolutely. And I think it's a good one for that. So what's my favorite pen is pretty much the answer is yes, right? Like it's my thing, right? I try all the pens and I like a bunch of them. Yeah, so I don't know. I wish we'd like so they have a meeting tonight, but like the agenda, right? They so you know you're if you're smaller towns, local city superintendents, they have the public meetings for the school board, and like the agenda tonight, it's like they're not even considering any delay to opening on the 17th. Like everything on the agenda is all kinds of other things. Like I don't even know. Whatever. It sucks. Oh man, I don't have my Crethunker. I don't have return addresses on these. Bruno, thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm doing my envelopes and it just hit me. I took my return address stamp home. I'm not writing return addresses on these. They'll just get lost in the ether until I can remember to bring my stamp back over. So yeah, I finally caught up on member chips, and then I wanted to make sure I got started on this notebook list that was broken last week. Now that it's unbroken, I need to get some of these sent out, just because I'm way behind. And I didn't have any real topics to talk about today, so I figured we could just chit-chat for a little bit. And plus, the kids are home alone, so I'm not going to be streaming that long anyway. Another 15, 30 minutes or so. Yeah, I think we should be on like our school wise. I think we should be like on the start remote path and then try to get back. I don't know when. We'll see. Oh, the teachers are absolutely in harm's way here. I don't think there's any other way to put it. Like it's bad. Do you see my entry in the notebook list? Something special in it. Let's see. Well, oh, there's Robo Jim. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna have to re-go. I might have to put a search in here. Schmevlin, thanks for the sub. Whew. Let me go through this again. I didn't see it right at first. I see a couple of funny notes in here, but not from you. Let's see. Oh, Jim cheated. He's in here twice. Cheater. All right, I'm gonna have to run a search if I get back to the top of this list. Oh, there it is. Yes, because I missed it because you're actually gonna get done today, and I'm totally putting that on your envelope. So yes, you can expect that in 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll get to you today. You're 5 down. Strike me out. I'm just I'm. You ever never knew that there was a pen addiction? Yes, there is. Bigger than you think. I don't think that came out the way I planned it. Do you like Parker pens? In general, they're fine. There's generally better choices for the price point. I love the Parker Jotter ballpoint. Parker Dual Folds fountain pens are very expensive for what they offer, despite being exceptionally nice. So, you know. So, just like every pen brand, there's specifics in each that I can say, yes, I really like. I may not be like a super fan of the brand, but this particular model of that brand is good. Right? Follow up on your question from a week back. Transparent body pen that takes a Parker style refills. Kavico's student ballpoint has a transparent model that shows the color indicator in the refill. Does it? I don't think I've ever used the student ballpoint. Vintage Parkers are a different story. Like the vintage 51s and the Vax, I think are cool. You're wrecking my head with the student. Link me the student. Can you link me the one you're talking about? I'm just blanking. Why won't my color choice stay? Doing a rewatch of Mad Men and spotted a Parker 51 in a pivotal scene. So, do you know the Mad Men Parker story, Corinne? Some of y'all in the chat know this story. Do you know the story? I won't retell it if you know the story, but it's a good story. Hold that question, Beth. I have an answer. Well, I don't have a direct answer. So a friend of where's the indicator? Isn't that what I'm looking for? That's pretty cool though. I haven't noticed. Ah, there it is. Huh. I have never seen that pen. Here, let me pull this up, then I'll get back to the story. I see it. Those are cool. That is cool. Okay. Mad Men story. A lot of y'all have heard this story because I tell it a lot. So, friend of the pen, Mr. George Fox, that runs My Supply Room, the blog. He is the vintage stationery supplier to the stars. So he supplies Hollywood with a lot of their stationery for period pieces. Like, so he did Mad Men. And supplied all of their pens and stuff for them. So he takes pictures of it, puts it on the blog. He sent me the Parker Jotter and then sent me a picture of the scene where John Hamm's character was using it. So I keep that Parker Jotter on my desk because it was one from the set that was actually used on scene by John Hamm's character in Mad Men. So he supplies them. He did Apple's Space Show, the NASA show for the Apple, what is Apple TV, Apple Plus TV? I don't know what they call their thing. I don't know what else he's into recently, but yeah, that's he's got such a varied For All Mankind. So he did like the slide rulers and all of that type of stationary equipment for all mankind, right? So if you see that stuff, that's George's stuff from my supply room. So he's got a super awesome collection and is able to stock up these shows and movies that have you seen the Reynolds Racer Joe? I have not seen that. So Beth asks, when are the Knox spiral pads coming back? I'm going to try a new printer that's local to me here in Macon. So I want to try that. If I can get set up with them, it wouldn't be too long, but like it's going to be a few months just to get some time to get that done. It's just that's on the list and it hasn't quite crept up to the top yet because I want to try a new printer that's local to me here instead of having to drive to Atlanta. So that's all. They'll be back because that's probably our most popular paper product. What are your PC specs? I don't know. I have no clue. They're this. Whatever makes this run, it works. Oh, nice. That's awesome. So yeah, long story short, y'all should go follow my supply room, and then you can go through and see some of the posts he made. He'll do a post like say, hey, here's what I'm sending to the set of For All Mankind for, this stuff. So it's pretty cool. He goes to the Dallas Pen Show sometimes. All right, see you, PC. He goes to the Dallas Pen Show. I got to meet him the last time I went, which was 2 years ago. Awesome guy. That's when he brought me that pen. When I met him, he brought me that pen just as a thanks for linking to him and helping him out all these years. Yeah, you should go ahead and order the note cards. It's going to be a while. Thanks, PC guy. Appreciate you. The spiral pads, if I'm really good at my job, they'll be here in the fall. Sometimes it just slips. Hey, something on paper. My goal with Knock right now is to get this wax canvas pre-sale going. Don't hold me to this. I'm going to try for next week. I just have a very busy month ahead of me, so I'm deciding how crazy I want to go. The rodeo spiral pad is kind of what inspired this. You ordered a pad from Blank Slate. I like Dave saw my my tweet about my mood tracker for every 15 minutes, 96 lines per page for 24 hours of mood tracking. What are you making with wax canvas? A Brasstown and a Sinclair. Black exterior, black waxed, aqua interior, which was always our classic most oh, you tagged him in that? Yeah. Dude, that's so helpful, Patrick. Like, I can't even tell you. So when the wax canvas pre-sale happens, it's going to happen. I'm going to put my big boy sales hat on and really push that thing for like a month. And y'all are going to get sick and tired of me like really pushing a product because that's not my style. But I got to make that happen in a big way. My daughter, so yeah, I've talked about it before, Miss G's Crafties. I'm going to lean on y'all. Like, we're entering a new territory in Knock. I'm not quite ready to talk about it yet. But we got to start doing things in a different way. So my daughter just said our county is talking about doing online only for middle school and high school for a little bit. Makes sense. You want the Brasstown double wide? So I've talked to Jeff already about the design I want for that, Alan. So that is on the table. I won't say it's going to happen, but that is something that I'm very interested in. Thunder Viking, I'm thinking 30 days, but since I'm going to do it direct, I don't know if I want to run it that long. I'm leaning towards 30 days, though. I'm going to treat this like a Kickstarter, but direct. Like, I'm going to have goals, even though the goals are insignificant, right? As soon as someone gives me money, like, I'm ordering cases. but there's a certain amount of cases I want to sell, so I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push for it. I'm gonna be aggressively marketed Brad on the thing. I did see Craig Modd's new book. I gotta decide. I don't know if I'm gonna order it or not. It's looks pretty amazing. Okay, my phone is blowing up. So, hey Everett, good morning. Hope you have a good day. Don't play too much Switch today. I'm watching you. Yeah, so think of like the rodeo will launch in about a week, and then you'll have the wax won't even launch in a week, and then you'll have 30 days from when it launches to buy it. I was wondering that, Tony. Because it's like a great I know his books are usually like 3 figures and it's a huge discount, but then you got to ship it. Hey, good morning, Squam. So, all right, I gotta get going, but I gotta get 1, 2, 3, 4 more addresses until we get Beth's address on here. That's where I'm gonna stop today. Is that what it is? What it comes out to? Well, I just bought a Kaweco set that cost me like 20 something. It's a small set. It'll cost me like 20 something from Germany. Shipping is just crazy these days. It's dumb to say it's never been higher, but it's never been higher. But it's starting to really affect access to people around the world. And it's out of my control. You know my thoughts on shipping. All right, we're going to hammer out these till I get to Beth's address, and then we're going to go. Oh yeah, sorry, shipping from, and it's a book, so it's heavy, right? It's heavy, and it's coming from Japan. That's still a pretty good deal for what he does. Tell Everett that I haven't been playing Breath of the Wild enough, and I'm going to try to start up again. Let's see. What am I looking at, Hardy? I'm familiar with Hardy pens. Where are the Jerry Garcia ones? I need to get a Hardy pen. Ooh, look at that orange one. Here, let me pull this up real quick. I'm never going to get to Beth's address. Ooh. It's pretty. Orange. Where are the Jerry Garcia ones? There it is. Already sold out. Ha, nice. Oh, I love that clip. Very cool. I like those. Yeah, squirrel shiny pen, right? And it was orange. There was an orange one in there. So you did officially buy it. I should use this Craig starter thing. Yeah. I need to look. I saved all that to look at it a little bit more. I might do that today. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bang the mic. Do you like ruling pens like this? Let's check. Yeah. I'll probably order it. I'll probably do that today. Oh yeah, ruling pens. So if you go to penaddict.com, what is the one that Susan has? Yeah, let's see. I forget the name of it. It's got a weird name. Handwrite Mick. There you go. So one of the writers for Pen Addict uses this one. Stamp, please. Yeah, she uses that pen a lot to do just like really wild handwriting and artwork. I don't own one though, but they look cool. I would never use it. You wouldn't know the first thing about what makes a high quality pen. I mean, it's got to start with the writing experience, and then we can go from there, right? If it's a pen is terrible to write with, it doesn't matter what it looks like or feels like. So you start there and then work your way into other things. So if you just want to like go to the store, like the office supply store. Misfire. Oh yeah, hey, Matthew uses ruling pens. Yeah, y'all are getting the hurricane up there more than me. So if the Chaos pen is a good writer, it's all good. Have you know my updated stance on that pen, right? It's like it's shockingly not bad. I think that's the nicest thing I can say. It's like after I got to try one, I was like, okay, I get it. All right, one more. Shockingly not bad. Yeah, I don't even know what the I don't even I mean, how else do you describe that pen, right? All right. This one's for Hobby 100. Feels field notesy. It's thinner. It's a pretty thin notebook. I'm wondering what this is. All right. All right, we did it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Yeah, they're already stuck. I don't want to know what's in them. That's the whole point of this. They're mystery. Like it could be like the most basic field notes craft notebook, or it could be something like really odd and weird and rare. So you're liable to be disappointed upon arrival. But we did it. We did it. All right, let me mark these off so I don't ruin my spreadsheet, because we already did that once. I already had, okay, what am I doing here? Stop. All right, done. Putting it away. I got you, Patrick. All right. Yay, we're good. How do you get on the list? You got to be a Pen Addict member. It's a little added benefit I do for the Pen Addict members. So after I redid the list and remade it right, we already had like 114 signups, which is probably about how many notebooks I have. Shouldn't prevent you from signing up, but at some point I am going to run out. This is not a guarantee list. Like the memberships. All right. What else do we need to talk about? Let's see if my daughter found out more about school. My text keeps texting. My daughter actually watches the school board meetings and stuff like that. She's like super into it, which is pretty funny. It's cool. We definitely picked the wrong year to stop sniffing glue this year, guys and gals. All right. I think that's it for today. We'll be back Thursday on stream. We have a podcast tomorrow. Pretty normal schedule, other than I have lots and lots and lots of stuff to do when I'm not streaming and on the podcast. Look for a Kickstarter survey tonight if you are a Retro 51 Kickstarter backer. It's weird to even call it the Pen Addict Kickstarter this year since we didn't get to go anywhere. So I just end up calling it that. So I'm going to send that out this afternoon. So stay tuned to your email inbox. This is one of the more on brand shirts that I have, definitely. And then yeah, we'll do lots of other stuff. A lot coming up here these days. So all right. Y'all are awesome. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate you. We'll do this again. Do it again soon.